Why men aren't coming to church and why it's not their fault. Let's be real. Modern Christianity has a man problem. We see it in the numbers. Women outnumber men in churches 2-1. Single women in the church complain that there aren't enough godly men, and the men who do come, most are passive, uninspired, and spiritually neutered. Meanwhile, outside the church, men like Andrew Tate are leading millions of young men, not because of the gospel, but because they preach strength, leadership, and masculinity. And here's the crazy part. That used to be what Christianity stood for. So why don't more men step up in the church? Because the game is rigged against them. Let's not forget why so many top-tier men refuse to surrender to Jesus. Because they're sinful? Because they hate God? Or because they know that the moment they become Christians, they're expected to pick one woman, never look at another one again, deny their God-given nature in a way that no biblical man ever had to, be pursued by half the single women in the church, most of whom rejected godly men in their youth and now are looking for a nice guy. So tell me, why would men sign up for that? Why would a strong, masculine, successful man willingly enter a system that's set up for him to lose? Because let's be honest, that's what it is. It's a rigged game. Andrew Tate converted to Islam because he saw it as aligning with masculine patriarchal values. And you know what? He's right. But here's what men like him don't know. Christianity was built on those same patriarchal values. The Bible was written by men, to men, and for men to lead. The heroes of the faith, Abraham, Jacob, Moses, David, were all patriarchs. And biblical masculinity was about strength, leadership, and building families. But somewhere along the way, the church lost its backbone. And how did Satan pull it off? By pushing the monogamy-only lie. Because the moment Christianity forced men into a one-size-fits-all, unnatural relationship model, it cut the balls off the church, just as the devil intended. And now what do we have? Feminized church culture, confused passive men, women leading where men should be leading, young men looking outside the church for real masculinity. The devil didn't remove men from the church. He made it a place where they never want to be. Jesus called this out 2,000 years ago. This isn't new. Religious leaders did the same thing in Jesus' day. What did he say to them? Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Matthew 23:13. That's exactly what the modern church has done. They've shut the door on strong men who would have entered the kingdom. Yet they demand men follow their rules that came from tradition, not the Bible. They have no answer for why Christianity has become weak, except to blame men for not wanting to participate. Newsflash, it's not men's fault. Men were designed by God to lead, but instead of letting them lead, the church wants to force them into a broken system that leaves them unfulfilled, powerless, and shackled to expectations no biblical man ever had to meet. No wonder they're walking away. Fix the rules and men will come back. People tell me all the time, Rob, why are you focusing so much on this? Just preach the gospel. If we want more men in the church, we just need to bring them to Jesus. But here's the problem. Men don't want to play a game where the rules are rigged against them. Before we invite more people to play, we need to get the rules of the game straight. Once that happens, we won't just see men coming back. We'll see them stepping up in their faith, in their families, in leadership, because the moment that men realize that Christianity was never meant to strip them of their masculinity, but to elevate it, that's the moment the church will become strong again, and that's the moment that we'll see real revival. We're building a brotherhood of men who follow Christ without losing their balls. If you're ready to take your place in it, join us. DM me the word church if you're a man who loves Jesus but knows something is missing. I'll send you a free invite to our men's community where we talk openly about faith, masculinity, leadership, and biblical marriage without the BS. And if you're ready to become the kind of man that women want to follow and God can trust to lead, click the link in my bio or the description of this video and apply to work with me.